Hi Capricorn, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. This Capricorn is your brand new reading, your week in brief. We're going to draw 3 cards initially. The first card is going to relate directly to work and money. The second card to love and romance. And the third card is the overall energy and focus for this week, okay? I've already shuffled and I've already meditated on the cards. So I'll do that a little bit more and then we'll get started, my darlings. They're ready. Okay, my darlings. So these are clarifiers. Let's begin with this card here, which is work and money or career and finances. And we've got another 7. How they've been following us around, haven't they? You will have read by now the information below about the astrology for October, even though we're about to leave October. And that number 7 is a very resonant number this month anyway. So for work this week we are looking at this card, the 7 of Wands, and number 7, first of all, is a card of mysticism, understanding the mysteries of life. By that, when it comes to you as an individual, it's about understanding you and who you are and what your passions are, what you want in life. And it's about finding that authenticity within you and really with the 7 of Wands being true to that. It can be unstable, it could be unsettling to find that equilibrium, to find that strength, and to really find out who we are. But this week in work, you're gonna have to push forward. You're gonna have to be committed to your ideas, to your perspective, to your passion, to your dream, to whatever it is that you do when it comes to your work, your career, or more importantly, how you do it. How you show up at work, even if other people hate that or whatever, are against you or whatever. You've really got to stand in your own power, in your own personal power. That's what the 7 of Wands is telling you when it comes to work. And I mean, I'm a Capricorn and I do this job and I'll get comments sometimes that are like negative. Other people would say they were negative, but it doesn't change what I do. I mean, it doesn't change who I am, I should say. You can't, even if someone says, oh, I hate your voice or I hate your hands or whatever, I don't know, whatever people hate all sorts of stuff, I don't know. People find all sorts of things to hate, but whatever, it doesn't change who you are. So you've still got to be you. I mean, I always say, you could be the most friendliest, happiest, most kindest, generous person, and the most beautiful, the funniest, whatever, and people would still hate you. People would still find reason to hate you or dislike you. So just be you. That's at work, that's in life. Just be you. It doesn't matter. People are still gonna, because it's not you they hate, it's themselves, or it's their issue, innit? So you just stand strong in your commitment to who you are and how you do you at work this week, okay? I feel like these 2 cards, I don't know if they are related. Let's look at love, okay? Let's look at love for you. We've got the Magician for love for this week, Capricorn. Number 1, the divine will to create. And the divine, again, when I talk about divine, doesn't necessarily mean God. It could mean your inspiration, your imagination, you exercising your personal power, you recognizing that you can affect with an A. You can do something with this power. You can do something to bring about what it is you want in love, in relationships, if there's been difficult times in your relationship, for example, you know, if you and your partner, you and your husband, you and your wife or whatever have been struggling, having arguments, or, you know, for example, not getting along, this is saying, okay, what can you do? What can you do to change that? You know, you can't change another person. You know, you can't, as I said, you can tell someone you hate them, and they're still going to be, and they're going to be the same, or they can change and you'll still hate them. Doesn't matter. Like, you can't make someone do what you want them to do. You're only responsible for your behavior, for your attitude, for how you show up. So, you know, this week it might be potentially about taking responsibility for what you do and recognizing that you can affect change, recognizing that you can do something different when it comes to your love and your relationships. And you know, the one thing that you might be able to do is this, you know, exercise the sword as the king and, you know, speak your truth. You know, the sword energy is about our thoughts, our minds, our consciousness, our communications, okay? Our truth, how we speak, what we have to say. And this is king, so it's a masculine aspect of that energy. So this is about doing something with this truth, doing something with your new understanding of something. So if you understand now, okay, this is what I think, this is who I am, this is what I want, and this is what I can do about getting that, then you've got to do something about it. You know, these are energies of, these are active, these are moving, these are both active energies. And spare me a second. Do not swallow your voice this week. Do not shut up. If you are, when it comes to love, you know, if you usually bite your tongue, that's what we say. Is it tongue or tongue? I don't know. I say tongue, but anyway, I'm northern. You know, if you usually bite your tongue, i.e., do not speak. So if someone says to you something that upsets you, and you, generally speaking, you don't tell them that's upset me because XYZ, then this week is about doing something about it. Don't swallow your words, you know, don't swallow your tongue, speak. You know, you're mature enough and measured enough and reasonable enough to speak your truth. You can do that. I mean, you know, we're all afraid of honesty and truthfulness but that's only because it hits us sometimes where it hurts. But I think go for it. And I think some of you really do when it comes to love. And I think that, again, that's something that you must also work on. I feel like, you know, it's hard to be truthful sometimes, you know, with people. And, you know, this is one of the precepts, you know, be honest in your dealings with people. And that's about, yeah, being honest with what you say and what you want and what you think and what you're feeling. And in love, that can be difficult because we're vulnerable. But I mean, like, I just think, like, all this, like, false strength and this false bravado, it weakens us. Like, if we, like, pretend that we're okay and we don't really say what we're feeling, then we're weak. Because we can't, like, we're standing in lies. We're not standing in our truth. We're standing somewhere else that is uncomfortable and that we've made up, that is false. And once you swallow and don't say the things that you want to say and don't say the things that you feel, then what do you have of any substance? Because who are you? Where are you? Where have you gone? You know, this week you've got to, you know, both in work actually and in love, you know, you've really got to exercise that authenticity. You've really got to be you. You've really got to just allow it. You know, you can't choose how someone responds to you. You can't choose how somebody else treats you. You can only choose how you treat you. You can only choose what you do. And everyone else is going to do what they want. She's going to do what she wants. He's going to do what he wants. They're going to do what they want. But you can only control and manage what you do, along with the universe. So you do you. And, you know, we try to exercise or I try to exercise all of these precepts. So, you know, be humble, be compassionate, you know, to me, to myself and to other people. You know, lying to myself, swallowing my words isn't me being truthful, is it? So it's not, and it's not me being compassionate to myself, and it's not you being compassionate to yourself either, because it hurts you to hold back your truth, okay? And I think that this week, both in love and in work, you're going to be standing firm, or you're encouraged to, okay, Capricorn? This is the final, the overall energy, the Seven of Swords. We've had this before in our readings. And again, we've got 2 sevens. There is a video about the number sevens. Check it out, because it gives you much clear, you know, in-depth information about the number 7 specifically. So you might want to check it out. The number 7 of, again, it's about that balance, that understanding, that finding your equilibrium, like the mysteries of your life, of your existence, of your perspective, like who you are. And the sword energy is about, I've said, our thoughts, our minds, consciousness, clarity, communication. So this is about, don't deceive yourself. Like, don't lie to yourself, Capricorn, that you're satisfied or content, or you're being truthful, like, or that you think this, or don't lie to yourself this week. Like, just be you. Like, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing more wrong with you than there is anybody else, the rest of the 7 billion of us on the planet. People are going to choose to love you or to hate you, whatever you do. So be you. And, you know, this overall energy this week is about this, like, deception, like, you deceiving yourself, you know, us deceiving ourselves in our minds, you know, saying that we're content with something when we're not. If something makes you angry, then be angry and reflect on why you're angry. Don't not be angry. This doesn't mean don't ever anger. This means when you anger, recognize, 1, that you are angry, and 2, understand where that anger comes from. There's no, we're moving on. We're shifting in November, Capricorn, we're shifting. I've said to you, we've done the shattering of the old structures in our lives. We've done the excavation work, the digging deep to find out why we built our lives like that. And now it's about rebuilding. We're moving into that time now where it's about building the life that you want, having the relationship that you want, having the work that you want, having the friends that you want. So don't kid yourself this week. Like, just be truthful. And it doesn't mean that you want to go out and hurt other people with your truth, but you've got to be truthful, because you can't hurt yourself by lying to yourself. So this week is about, I feel that this week is about really trying to be authentic, exercise your personal power, work on that this week. And it's hard and it's challenging and it's difficult, but it's so worth it. And the energy's here, with the magician energy there to support us in that endeavor, my darling. Okay, so let me just take our thumbnail, and I will say to you, if you want a bit more information, check out our the bi-weekly reading that I did, which runs up until the 11th of November. Next week I'm going to post the November love readings as well, so we can have a look at those and see what's going on in the month of November in love. Okay, if you haven't already, please like and please subscribe, so you can have those notifications. Remember to check out that number 7 video, and you can follow me on Instagram at Key Wisdom Tarot, and Facebook Key Wisdom Tarot, if you would like to have a bit more of the information that I write as well. I do going to start doing our daily readings again on Instagram. Okay, my lovelies, thank you so much for being here, Capricorn. I will see you all again next week with our next love reading. Take care, my darlings. Bye.